Okay, let's talk about iron deficiency. Okay, our first exercise. So you are on your knees, one leg goes to the front. On your knee and one leg goes to the front, your arms go just simply up, and then you twist. Then you twist the upper body. You twist the upper body and you lean forward. You can do more or less, like leaning more than I do if you can, yes. And you are turning, twisting to that side which leg is in the front, yes. The frontal leg, that side we are turning, and we go back and forth. We go forward and then back in the same position we started. Okay, iron deficiency. Well, the tests normally they look at the ferritin levels. Ferritin is a protein which is kind of binding to iron, and it's like a storage. Yes, it stores that iron. And sometimes when there is generally inflammation in our body, ferritin levels can go up as well. And when we do the test, when we do blood test to check it, it can look that there's no problem. Okay, change the side, the same exercise, change the side, other leg goes to the front, and you are twisting to the other side. Yeah, so ferritin can be high due to inflammation and not because there is a lot of iron. So in general, also let's see which factors can impact if you have enough iron or not. First of all, of course, it's diet. The primary source would be, I'm falling. The primary source would be meat, chicken, fish. However, with these products, it doesn't mean now that if you have iron deficiency that you should eat as much meat as possible. We will go into this deeper. Okay, our next exercise in a couple of seconds will be side stretch. So you can stay on one knee, then straight arm down for the support. The other one is to the side, stretch to the side, and the arm which is on top, we are stretching it over the head. Feel the stretch in your obliques, kind of, on the side. And then the next exercise will be, we will change to the other side. So the main source would be the meat. The second best, how to say best, it's a little bit different iron as well. The animal and plant iron is not the same. However, we have iron as well from the plants, and the best products for that would be, examples would be lentils, chickpeas, spinach, seeds, nuts. So like I said, okay, let's change to the other side, the same exercise to the other side. And like I said, the animal source iron, you shouldn't eat too much of it because it's also carcinogen, and there is like a heightened risk if it's too much. Yes, I'm not telling that this food is bad or that food is bad, as long as it's whole. Of course, the processed food is bad. Okay, it will be bad, worse than the whole food. However, if you eat too much of anything, it can impact your health as well. So here we are looking at all of this from a certain perspective. Too much of meat is not good. Some meat is plus. It's not bad, it's good. And it depends, of course, what is the quality. Okay, next exercise on your kind of knees, and we are stretching the quadriceps, the upper part of your legs, the frontal part. So go backwards, lean backwards. Your hips are turned a little bit like inwards. Turn them under, like over your feet. And feel the stretch in the quadriceps. I am so sleepy. Here today it would be good to talk about sleep, I guess, because yesterday I went to sleep a bit later and I had to wake up early, and how much difference I feel immediately in my mood, in the energy levels. Once you get used to the good to the quality, you don't want to go back. Once you get used to go to sleep around 10, the difference. You start noticing very much the difference. Okay, next exercise, we're going to do the glutes now. Sit with your legs straight, hug one of your legs, bend it, yes, and hug it, and now try to find the position where your glute is stretching. I kind of push it more towards myself and a bit to the center, and I feel the glute very well. So the next thing about iron deficiency, so we said it's about the diet first of all, then also about menstruation. By the way, there was a period recently when, so it was my daughter's birthday, and before and after I had a lot of sugary foods. Really, before that, because I wanted to prepare something, and then I bought some cookie spread, and then I see it in front of me, and I'm like, oh, whatever, nothing will happen. So I was eating, let's change the leg now. I was eating that, and then during the birthday, of course, all the cakes, all the sweets, and then after, what's left, I had to consume it as well. I was obliged. I joke, of course, I could have put everything to the garbage, but I just cannot do it somehow. So I ate what I ate. Then I had my period. I don't remember when I had such a painful period. I really don't remember, and the only variable was that I had a lot of sugar for around a couple of weeks period. So, because normally I remember I would always have painful period to the point where I was straight leg stretch, to the point that I was fainting. I would faint. That's how, I don't know, it was not only pain, but it was all this experience of my period starting, fainting. I would already feel when I'm fainting. I would just lie down on the ground, put my head down so I don't fall actually. And then when I started to take care of my habits, life habits, the pain disappeared. It was all good until now. It's after many years actually that I had this sugar spread and really oh my god. And then I stopped, and then I didn't have painful menstruation anymore. So iron deficiency and menstruation. Okay, let's go into wide leg stretch. So then depends also how much blood do you lose. That we can check. So how many days, and then also how many pads are you changing. So it's around 3 pads per day. It's a norm. If you change 5 and more, then there might be a problem, and that might be impacted by maybe hormones. Maybe you have a spiral. With the spiral, it's made of copper, for example, the one which is non-hormonal. As we know, it makes the period more intense. Yes, more blood is lost. So that's when it's really important to consume the foods, proper foods. Then the next interesting thing, next exercise, butterfly. Get your feet closer to you, and then you can flutter a little bit, or you can also swing side to side. So the next, actually, stress. So what stress does, it contracts all your body, it tightens everything, even the blood vessels, and the iron goes through the blood vessels into the next organs. So if you have a lot of stress, those blood vessels, the iron doesn't even go properly through the blood, through the walls, you know. And then also another point is the malabsorption. The iron is not properly absorbed. Yes, so first of all, it was because of the stress, because of the tightness in the body generally, and then also any inflammation, any abnormalities. Okay, next exercise, next stretch. So your back is straight and just bend the neck and feel the stretch in the neck. And by the way, also there are some products which would impact iron absorption, even for example, tea or coffee. Now, you know, like if you have tea, sometimes coffee, sometimes it's fine, you know. We are talking about, and also if you consume enough of iron products, it's fine. Yes, there might be some impact, but it will not cause you iron deficiency, you know. If you are not consuming enough iron rich foods, and then when you consume them you drink a lot of coffee together, then you know it might impact, and there will be iron deficiency. Okay, now the head goes to the side, next stretch to the side, then the next one will be to the other side. Yeah, basically nutrition, it's everything. It should be in the first place, but it will not work if it's not in a complex of, you know, of everything, of movement, sports, nutrition, mood, stress. It's like it is difficult. And you know, now like I said, I had these couple weeks of sugar every day, and then I said, okay, now I have to come back to a better shape, a better health, you know, have to get rid of all these other sides, the head, yeah, other side. And so I remember how it was after the New Year's, I think I was in my best shape. So my mentality at that time, okay, now the arm, straight arm, and you feel the stretch in the upper arm. So my mentality was just do the actions. Don't be frustrated if you don't see any change. It's normal, you know. And now, so again, I'm trying to like really have more discipline, and you are doing the steps. You say, well, okay, I will just do how I did before. And I think the most difficult thing, let's change the arm now. Most difficult thing is to trust the process, to continue even when you don't see any result, because it's often with anything, the best breakthrough is just before the worst. And it was funny. Okay, so now the next exercise, opening the hips. So one leg is bent behind you, one leg is bent in front of you. And we go up with the hips, and you feel the stretch a little bit in the hips. So you can also stay in that position when you're up. Stay in that position for a couple of seconds. And up and down, and up and down, up and down. And the next exercise will be other side. So yeah, just now also a couple of days ago, I wake up, I look in the mirror, and I told myself I have to look less in the mirror, you know. It's this monitoring every day. It's just, and I see that I'm kind of swollen, and I'm just about to get frustrated, and then I'm like, no, everything's fine. We are also women, our hormones, you know, it depends on the hormones. What if there was water retention? What if I ate something which I don't know, you know. It can be many things. Let's change the leg now. Let's change the leg. And then after that, on the day after, I wake up and I'm like, whoa, like I look so good, you know. And yeah, it's just, don't forget that for a woman, it depends so much on the hormones as well, on your cycle, you know, water retention. It's just very quick. Just you didn't go to sleep one day on time, you know, especially with age, of course, you start to feel it more. And if you don't if you don't have good habits, which are your habits, which are your habits now, to eat healthy, then you see it very quickly. You know, the older we get, we feel it faster. So especially if you already have some illnesses. Okay, next exercise. So the same as we did in the beginning, just the leg goes to the side this time. In the beginning we had the leg in front, the bent one, and now it's on the side, and again we go forward, lean forward, and we twist. We twist to the side, to that side, which the bent leg is the front leg, yeah? The front leg, and that's the side you will be turning. Yeah, about the weight loss, yeah? Especially if you already have some illnesses, lifestyle related. Also, if you know, like some people, they kind of control their weight through smoking. But, that's okay. Next, the other side. But it's funny when they start to get inflammations, when they start to get sick more, when the immunity goes down, and you're like, why do I have this? Why do I have this? Yeah, I just remember myself also, when I would think that to lose weight, you just have to eat as least as possible. That's not the way. It's just because we don't know. Yeah, there was one person I know who was like telling me, I don't understand, why do I get tonsil infections so often, and now more and more often. And basically, with the tonsil infection, this person goes and smokes, and I'm like, okay, like, don't you see the connection? Okay, round your back. And it's very easy to just say, yeah, nothing will happen. You have no idea. It's the inflammation on the cellular level, which is, you cannot detect it, You cannot detect it, and then when you get older, then you start, you just take pills. You just take pills to kind of smooth out the symptoms. I mean, okay, now you can also move a little bit, yes, bend side to side or rotate a bit, go back and forth. It's just, we get used also, the body just gets used to the conditions, you put them in, you put it in, And also, if you have never been too healthy, then how do you know the difference? You don't know the difference. That's also another thing. Like, okay, now opening the chest. So you open the chest, head goes backwards and close, yeah. And back, squeeze. When I do this exercise, something inside my chest is cracking. So I ordered now on Amazon oats, which are, you're supposed to cook them like for, I don't know, I have to check now. I left them to cook. I have to check, but at least half an hour, So those are the best, which are the least processed. So you cook them for half an hour or even for 1 hour. I don't know yet. I don't know because I just bought this brand, just got it, and I'm trying. But those are the best because they're not processed. Okay, next, you can stay in the same position, lock your arms behind your back. You can also stand. I'm just sitting so you can see better my arms, but you can also stand up if your legs feel a bit like hurting maybe after sitting for so long. And then we go up with the hands. We go up as much as you can and down, and then again up and down. Yeah, and it will be our last exercise for a couple more seconds. Last exercise today. So let's make a quick test. Like, what did you eat, let's say, for breakfast, Just very, very honestly and critically remember what you ate for breakfast. Was there any fried food? Was there any sweet food, sugar? So it all adds up, every day, little step by step, little actions, and just think further to the future. What do you think the outcome will be? Will it be better or worse if you continue like today?